And welcome back. Well, this documentary titled Clarence is about an 85-year-old World War II vet who returns to UW-Milwaukee in order to fulfill his biggest regret, which was not earning his bachelor's degree. The film began production in 2005 and took 10 years to complete.
But it was worth the wait. Clarence was screened at 15 different film festivals, winning several awards, and now it is finally available on most streaming services so you can watch it at home. And we are happy to welcome the director, Kristin Catalano, to the Morning Blend. Great to meet you.
Great to meet you. Thanks for being here.
And not just the director. Yeah. I was reading that due to lack of resources, you were the director, the cinematographer, the editor, and the producer.
Which is why it took 10 years.
How did you meet Clarence?
I actually met Clarence when I was about 8 years old. He was the mechanic at our family grocery store. And so when I was in film school, I took a documentary class. And after I graduated, I just knew that I wanted to make a feature. And he was the first person that I thought of, just because of his personality.
Yeah.
And just his whole background. He was in World War II. He grew up during the Depression and segregation. He was 85 years old and still working out at the YMCA every day. Just worked
so
3 jobs to put all of his kids through private school. He's just like an amazing person, and just the gregarious personality that went along with him.
Yeah, sounds pretty incredible. So his biggest regret was not getting his bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
He accomplished all those things, but yet he had that as a regret.
Yeah, I know, and he's kind of the person where you would think he wouldn't have any regrets. So when he said that, I was like, wow, okay.
What was school like for him? Because I think going back to school for any of us could be daunting, but at his age.
Yeah, the moving across campus, because it was at UW-Milwaukee, which is a pretty spread out campus. So that took some time, so it was just patience getting from one end to the other. And then also his hearing wasn't as great, so he had to get a little hearing device in the classroom to use, and just the computer.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, I bet.
That was the biggest thing.
What degree did he want to get?
He was kind of grandfathered in just to a general education degree because he had went 50 years before, so he had 2 years completed. So he had to just complete another 2 years.
Wow.
So they gave him those 2 year worth of credits.
Yeah. They actually still had the credits.
No way!
Because did he start there?
He started at MATC.
Okay.
And then he transferred to UWM, and they had all the credits still. I know, it was
wow.
Oh, wow.
I completely
I could tell you interviewed other people. Was that his son? Who else did you talk to as part of the documentary?
Yeah, his family was involved, his wife and his son and daughter. So he has 3 sons and a daughter and grandchildren.
So cute.
And he has a best friend named Brooks, who was also a big part of the documentary as well.
What did you learn that maybe surprised you by featuring him in the documentary?
Just the persistence, and I guess that's kind of what pushed me to finish it too, because I accumulated like 200 hours of footage, and it was just really daunting to get through it all. But he was always in the back of my mind, like, you can do it. If you put your mind to anything, you can do it. And I really believe that.
Do you consider him a personal friend?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You got close?
Oh my gosh, we were together every day.
Best friends. So is he funny too?
So funny. Like, that's the thing. When I had all those hours of footage, I wanted to put everything in the documentary.
Yes.
Because he was just everything he did.
What does his wife think of him?
Loves. He's just a great person. I mean, everybody that meets him just like loves him and is inspired by him.
So cute. Yeah. It's really adorable. How can people see it?
So it is streaming right now, actually. So it got distribution, and it's streaming on Amazon, DirecTV, Spectrum, iTunes, 14 different service providers, but those are the
Good for you.
That's incredible.
That's great.
So that's where you can find it. You can watch Clarence and see the whole story for yourself. We don't want to give away anything else. ClarenceDocumentary.com as well to learn more. And you're working on a new one now.
I am.
Is this one going to take 10 years?
Hopefully not. This one I'm actually seeking funding for.
Okay.
Because it's an animated documentary. So the story is on breast cancer misdiagnoses. I have a friend who was misdiagnosed by a doc. He missed the diagnosis. And so she's just going through all of the medical mishaps and just is trying to highlight the problems in our medical system. Just mammograms don't pick up everything just because the doctor says that there's nothing there. If you feel like there's something, be your own advocate, get a second opinion.
I've heard so many people say if your intuition tells you something, I know you're about a quarter of the way through it. I think it's fascinating you refer to her as Jane Doe, because you say that what happened to her could happen to any woman.
Yes.
So,
yes.
And it's animated as a way of telling the story. Is it also keeping her anonymous?
Well, it's more of just not making it as sad.
Yeah.
So I felt like the animation would make it a little kind of like those Zoloft commercials.
Yeah, yeah.
I get that.
And then I'm adding live interviews with doctors and lawyers and professional experts within these little chat rooms. So she's on the computer, so there's never a break from the story. So she's going through her whole situation, from the chemo to the radiation to everything, but she's always asking questions on the computer, and these experts are responding to her, but they're in live interviews.
Good for you.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
We look forward to having you back then.
That one. Yeah. And people, like we told people how to stream Clarence. Great to meet you.
Really great
Thank
to
you so
meet
much.
you.
Thank you very much.